Oh, I don't know what's going on. I can't mute. I'm trying my best to mute. Oh, there you go. Yeah, looks like we had a minor problem there in the background. It's all good. It's all good. Good morning, 24th. Pound yen. Man, 150, 150 tapped. I was not expecting this to tap 150, but I guess it did. I think this move came from the weakness in the yen. This has nothing to do with the pound. I couldn't find anything yesterday. Let's see. Let's make sure. Um, yeah, there was nothing yesterday based on the pound that should have pumped it up. There was nothing. I honestly think it was something to do with the yen. You know, because they are looking at weaker interest rates. Okay, yeah. Yeah, they are looking at weaker interest rates this March. So I think that really pumped price up. So they're looking to like further weaken the economy, and that's something good for the Japan. You know, they want weaker yen to do better trades. So I think that really propped pound yen up. But man, listen, we tapped 150. We moved past the high time frames there. Let's take a look here. Just got to make sure first. Oh, same thing happened with GBP USD. Oh, interesting. Let's see here. Gotta check all the systems there. Gulag is running. Perfect. We're coming in slowly. Awesome. So, all right, let's remove all these analysis. So, yes, how we were talking about that we're at a very, very strong resistance, but I guess we broke above that area. Now we're moving up over here at this point. So we got to take it how it is right now, right? Weekly is also moving bullish. We're moving above these zones over here. The daily is super bullish, obviously. 4 hour is super bullish. Looking on the 1 hour time frame, the only thing looking at the 1 hour time frame is that it's coming down to a support area right over here. And this was also created resistance yesterday in the Asian session. So looking at 30-minute time frame, I think we're still moving down. I think once we cross below 149.500, we can continue moving down towards at least 149, 370, 360. These are the areas I'm looking at this point. Once we break below this area, 149.500, we can continue moving bearish. Let's take a look over here. And we have, all right, let's take a look at gold. So gold is still ranging here. There's nothing happened on gold since the Asian, since New York session yesterday tapped into 1813. And after that point, we've just been ranging here on gold between 1813 and still the same point, 1803, 1804. You know, so we really got to break out this range on gold. Looking for news. Let's take a look here. It's Wednesday. Yeah, there's nothing really happening. I mean, at 9:30 a.m. we have some pound news with respect to USD. It's all pretty simple here. No news over here. Oh, nice. Looks like we're crossing below 149.500 to continue moving down. Gold 4-hour chart. Before the stream, I had some sells over here from like 149.600. Based on the 1 hour too, it's had like a 1 hour wick fill. But if it does continue down to 149.370, I think that's going to be a pretty good targets there. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is pound yen 30-minute chart. Looking for buys, close 50%. That's 15-minute candle, close blue. Yeah, the thing with these buys was that the 1 hour candle was bearish. That's the whole problem, right? Because if you're looking at buys on the 30-minute time frame with this candle close, you look at the 1 hour. 1 hour was still bearish, so there weren't good buys. Good buys would have been above this 1 hour bearish candle. No trade zone. Good, super good sells below 149.270. Below 149.500, it's still pretty good to come down this range. But if we do break below the support, then you're right. You're correct. We should be moving below this area if we break below the support 149.370. All right, so this is gold over here. Waiting for this current 4-hour candle to break with a weak bullish candle. We only look for buys above 1816, 1815, still pretty good area because right now it's a very, very tight range at this point. Did you take the sells? I took the sells based on the 1 hour to continue down to fill the wick. We not only filled the wick, but we also came down into this range. So I think from this range, it should further continue down to 149,370. Can you explain what happened on GJ charts 12 hours ago? I honestly wasn't looking at the charts 12 hours ago, so I have no idea. I'll have to investigate here later on today what happened. Is this your next evolution playing the 1 hour time frame? No, not really. I mean, it was pretty simple here. I mean, like, you know, once the 30-minute candle was coming down bearish, there was an opportunity for price to continue down to fill the wick on the 1 hour time frame. Like, I mean, if you took buys based on a 30-minute, that means you ignored the 1 hour overall candle that closed bearish, right? So you needed price to break above this resistance for it to continue bullish, right? Because if the 1 hour is closing bearish, you can't just take buys on the 30-minute and expect the 1 hour to flip bullish, right? Because there was a problem over there. All right. Good morning. Please see my trade from the Asian session until an hour ago. Let's take a look over here. Oh wow, look at that. USDJPY daily, right over here. After we broke, take profit at here. Nice. It's a pretty good trade. Daily candle closed bullish. Next one continued up to potentially fill the range over here. This is on a 30-minute time frame. Yeah, I think it was pretty good. Impulse buys on the break secured 60% at 13 pips. Let's take a look at this chart here. Ooh, this is an impulse buy. Nice. Quick move up, secured positions, and the rest is history. Let's take a look at Euro JPY. Let's bring this pair up. Euro JPY. Ooh, Euro JPY also went up towards, you know, 128.750. We crossed above these highs here as well. So let's do some full analysis on the high time frame here. So looking at the monthly time frame on Euro JPY, we're obviously moving up. We have a zone at 129. Looking at the weekly time frame, we're obviously as well bullish. Right now we have a resistance around, you know, 129, 100, 129 even at this point. Let's break down to the daily time frame. Daily is also bullish. Looking left over here, we need to find some rejection areas on the daily time frame. So if we look to the left hand side, the first rejection area that we can identify is around 129.080. Right, let's take a look at the 4 hour here. Looking at the 4 hour, we're still very bullish. We broke above this resistance, 128.400 area. Let's take a look on the 1 hour. 1 hour is still moving up. So breaking down to the 30-minute time frame, what we can see is that there's a support here, and also there's a oh wow, almost died over there. All right, back to your JPY. Your JPY is also making this resistance right over here now. So now we're in a range. This is a 22 pip range. What broker are you using that allows you to trade Forex and XAUD? It's Traders Domain. Traders Domain. There's PU Prime. There's Blackboard Markets. What's your bias in GJ with the monetary policy later on today? No idea. No idea. We have to see what they're going to say, and then we can identify where pound yens are going to go after 9:30. That's going to happen after NYSE open. But based on technical levels, we're approaching the strong support over here. And if we break the support, we have clean moves coming down. Look at this clean candle to the left hand side. We could basically correct the part of this move over here. It's going to be around, you know, 40 pips, 41 pips. Should we go off from selling GJ? Not right now, because now we're approaching a support. So selling GJ at this point I don't think it's going to be a good idea over here. When is Dominion Markets opening? We're still waiting for meta codes. So, like, they're taking their time. They're doing their due diligence. All right, let's take a look at this chart here. SP Sing. SP Sing took a sell here when the 30-minute candle closed below support, when the other one closed with no wick over there, but we went into this range. So I think price gave you high probability to continue bearish. It's pretty good. Nice one. When do you use, oh, this is a good question here. When do you use 30-minute and the 1 hour? It basically, you have to kind of like put 2 and 2 together, right? You have to put 2 time frames together, and then you need to identify, is it going to start moving or not? Like if you had a buy over here on a 30-minute time frame, you start to look at the 1 hour and see, okay, do those buys make sense? So if you look on the 1 hour time frame and then you say, well, these buys don't make sense because if I take a buy, my resistance is like 8-9 pips away. So that buy does not make sense over here, right? But if this 1 hour candle was bullish and the 30-minute also closed bullish, then, the buys made sense because you need candles to print in your direction basically. If price can break below 149.300 and do a retest, we can have a good confirmation for sells. Yes. That's true. Man, one trade I took off of the stream and it was a winning trade. This week has just been so garbage for New York session. Just straight garbage so far this week, New York session. It is what it is, right? London session has been blessed. Last week, New York was amazing. London was trash. This week so far, London has been pretty good for people. All right, let's take a look at here. Please review my trade. Okay, so this is gold 15-minute chart. 1809, expecting price to break above this area to continue bullish. Looks good. I would say looks good, but at the same time, I would want to see price break above 1812 to have like a better confirmation of buys. That's what I would want to see. This in here, it's like whatever, but like you have to put yourself in a good position to win. And I think, yeah, actually, let's take a look over here. Let's take a look over here. So we got a resistance over here, right? We got all these wicks. So I think price has to cross above 1810 for price to move to 1813, right? Because this area is going to act as a resistance now in gold. Yeah, right here. Rejections, rejection, rejection over here. So you'll need price to break above 1810 to be able to move up into this, 29, 30 pip range. Oh, what's this? Completely nailed the markets on the sell side. Buy sells for sure, 15% profit. Let's take a look here. Missed this sale over here. I'm with you on this sell of break form. Oh, nice, beautiful. Closed all positions previously, and then you gave your trade a second buy, so continued on. Very nice. Hey, Roger, this bull run on GJ, do you think it was because of the pound is too undervalued because of the Brexit and COVID and other stuff that happened? If that is correct, should we expect the run to go much more to these levels? I'm not sure at this point. I haven't looked into it. I don't know why this move happened. I haven't looked at it. I saw the price yesterday. It was at 150. I was busy with family, so I didn't really bother looking into the details of why that happened. And after that, the second time I'm looking at the charts is right now. So I have no idea. We'll have to take a look into that, why it happened. But the only thing I see that previously these moves up happened, this was because of the weakness in the yen. Like from 144 all the way up to 147, that was all due to the weakness in the yen. This move up, I have no idea. I'll have to take a look into this later on. And then we'll see. All right. What would you recommend after I have traded 1.5 months demo profitably according to my trading plan? I'm sure I can implement this to a live account. Should I start with €1,000 live? I think if you want to start with €1,000, instead of doing €1,000, start with €700 and do 1% risk, right? If you can start with €700 and do 1% risk for about 1 month, month and a half, and you can still maintain that account, then add more money to that. Add the rest of the 300 to that. So I think that's going to be a very good plan. Normally, when people come to me and ask, "Hey, listen, I'm going to start with, like a $5,000 account," I will say, "Hey, like, you know what? Start with maybe 60% of that, or maybe 50% of that." Where is Ted? I have no idea. How do you know when it's good to make impulse trade rather than wait for the candle to close? That's a very, very good question, and that comes with experience. The more you see impulse entries, the more you see candles close with confirmations, the more confident you get in doing certain things. So that comes with experience. That's the best way to put it. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. You had to sell, secured 100% at 149,400. Nice. Nice. It's kind of like the same. It's kind of like the same sells I had. All right, I'm going to be looking at gold over here too, above 1810, to see if we can continue to 1813. All right, gold 1 hour chart. Looking for buys above 1813, looking for sells below 1800. Looks good, Vehan. Vehan looks good. This is a chill zone right here. I like that chill zone. Chill zone is like where you're not going to take a trade. So this is probably a chill zone right here on the 4 hour too, around 1813. And above 1813, we have the run zone up to 1824. It's like a 100 pip range over here above 1813. Hey, Vix don't lie. Do you ever stay quiet for longer than a minute? I don't know. I don't want to. Probably not. The thing is, I don't like awkward silence. That's the thing. So if I stay quiet for longer than a minute, it's going to be awkward silence. And then no one would want to, no one would want to hear me. It's like a radio show. Like, you ever think the radio hosts that stay quiet for more than 20 seconds? No, man, they don't. Because they always got something to say. They're always there running their mouth. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. Sent in the GA trade last night. This is how it ended up running. So this is on the 1 hour chart. Close 50% for 15 pips in profit. Arrow is supposed to point somewhere. I guess it's pointing in midair, but I would say it's pointing right over here. I'm gonna guess. And then price went up when price reached. Oh, nice, beautiful. Came right up. This is a very, very nice trade. Man, whoever held buys on pound yen yesterday, you ate good. You ate really, really, really good. When those big moves happen, when I'm not looking at the charts, I'm gonna admit it, man. I get jealous. I get FOMO, because that was a 100 pip move in Asian session, 60 pip move. Wow. Right before Max sent an announcement, "Hey guys, Asian session is low volume, blah blah blah," and then price starts to move bullish. How can I develop or improve my passion regarding FX trading? Any suggestions? Yes, the best suggestion to increase passion in trading, it takes time. It's going to take time. You have to get comfortable in taking one trade a day and then going over that whole session, reading about it, making notes about it, how you could have done better, making notes about if you took a loss, how you could have taken a smaller loss. That's where the passion is going to come from. Like, look, we've been doing live streams for about 4 years now, right? And it's about passion. Now it's just a way of life here. Just like when you go to the gym because you're passionate about it. The first week is hard, first month is hard, but then the second and third month, you really can't wait to go to the gym because you're disciplined about it. You're seeing gains, So same thing here. The first month you see no gains with discipline. Second month and third month are the months where you really start to see the gains. And then you start to enjoy the process. But normally what people do is they'll see gains the first 2-3 days, and then maybe the third and fourth day, all hell's going to break loose. And then all those gains are going to be gone. And then when gains go away, discipline goes away. So it's a very fine line. Hello, not sure if this is a stupid question, but for a beginner trader, do you think it's necessary to trade demo for a few months? Honestly, I would say if you can afford, oh, it looks like your JPY is breaking up. If you can afford a $100 account, $200 account, go with a $100 to $200 account the first month or the first 2 months. Because I mean, learning about technicals is also important, but at the same time, learning about emotional attachment to money, that's equally as important. And you only start to learn about emotional attachment to money is when you start trading real money. So that's why most people who trade demo, they go on live fail, because they have not developed that emotional attachment away from money. So I think it's equally as important. It looks like your JPY is giving that breakout there above the 30-minute highs, the 1-hour highs. Probably should continue to 128, 900. Looks like pound yen is also trying to move up over here. See, here's the thing. If we break above 149.750, let's talk about potential buys here, right? If we break above 149.750, we got to measure how big this range is. This is like a 21 pip range, right? Let's take a look at that on the 1-hour time frame. So looking at the 1-hour time frame, that range is above 129.820. So instead of taking a buy on the 30-minute time frame, it's better to have it up at, I would say, this area here, which is at the 1-hour resistance at this point. Right here. It's going to be better this way here. Because if we break above this area, then we know we can fill this wick. Then eventually we can fill this wick at 150, 100. So that's what I'm looking at for buys. So we'll see how that goes. All right. Hey, I took a loss this morning. Can I have your opinion, please? Let's take a look over here. This is GBP AUD. So I took a loss over. My entry was based on a candle I took at the buy over here on the 30-minute time frame. Entered 1%, closed 50%. Oh, you closed, got stopped out with a strong bearish candle. Okay. So you got to investigate how did the 1-hour candle look with this bearish candle closing at this point. So let's do this over here. Let's investigate GA for a little bit and let's take a look here. Because the worst thing is when you take a loss and you don't know what you could have done differently, that's the worst thing. So we're going to take a look at this right now. So pound AUD, so basically you took a buy right over here, right? Right over here for price to continue moving bullish. So this was the close of the 2 a.m. candle. This was right before the London Open. So we're going to look at this on the 1-hour time frame here. So looking at the 1-hour time frame, we can see that the 1-hour candle closed bearish. So that wasn't a good buy at all because the candles were closing against you. So it's the same problem right over here on pound yen when people took buys on the 30-minute candle when the 1-hour candle closed bearish. Man, this is why I don't like taking impulse entries. I just sit back and watch people get burned. Yeah, impulse entries are pretty risky. I'm not going to say they're easy. I'm not going to say they're the best. They're really, really, really risky. Impulse entries means that you're trying to do a buy stop, right? It's the same thing as if you're looking at the 15-minute time frame right here, and someone says, hey, once price breaks above 1810, I'm going to take an impulse entry. That's the same thing as having a buy stop, So once you take an impulse entry, you run into the risk of price wicking back in the zone, right? Because if the price wicks back in the zone, then you're caught with a drawdown at that point. So whenever you're taking impulse entries, just understand that there's a very high probability you can get caught in a drawdown. So in the start, maybe use a lower risk at that point, just like on euro yen here, right? So let's say if someone took an impulse entry once we broke the high at 128.750 and your stop is, let's say, below this 15-minute candle right over here. So now you're counting on the candle to stay above this area and then you're anticipating the next candles to continue moving bullish. But if the next candles start coming back in the range, then you have to close the trade at that point. Because your impulse entries was based on the candle still open and breaking the high. So I think you have to be very fluid when you're taking impulse entries. Yeah, see, this is what we were talking about right over here, because price needs to break above these rejections here, just as we discussed. Would this be a good entry as the 1 hour candle closes bullish? Bottom would be a good liquidity grab. Yeah, we basically, this is what I'm looking at for buys. I'm looking at 1 hour to break above 149,800. This is a high time frame resistance. If we break it, then we can fill this wick, and eventually we can fill up over here. Okay, USD CAD, history in the making. History in the making. This is the lowest low USD CAD has ever gone to. Wow, 2018 lows over here. Let's take a look at this lowest low, and let's take a look at how left do we have over here. So looking at the monthly here, first of all, we have this wick to fill down over here. Okay, 1.25, 300, which is like 30 pips away, right? It's not that far away. It's 30 pips away. Looking at the weekly, we have this wick to fill over here. Looking at the daily, let's go all the way through left hand side. This is crazy. So looking at the daily, okay, we still got around, 125, 471. So we're going to put a zone right over there. And then we're going to go to the 4 hour and the 1 hour. Going to the 4 hour, we're coming down. 1 hour, we're breaking below support. Yeah, this is pretty nice for price to continue bearish. Looking at 30-minute time frame, yeah, this is pretty sick, because if this candle is closing below support over here, I think there's a higher probability for the next candle to kind of like respect this high and then maybe wick up, do some sort of a consolidation or like a retest, and then continue moving bearish. That could happen on USD CAD. Weekly candle is going to close in about 2 days. Monthly is also going to close. This could be very, very interesting. Doesn't it require impulse entries on some pairs like gold? Yes, it doesn't require impulse entries. It's if you see them happening, then you can execute on them. Right? So just like here on gold, we had rejections here. So obviously price needs to break above this area to continue bullish. Do you expect a correction to downside after 4-month bullish run with no major pullback? You know what? I can anticipate a correction, but I don't want a correction. Because if I want a correction, that's something like I want the market to do, but I can anticipate a correction based on breaks of certain levels. Like let's say 149, 380, right? We break below this level, there's a high probability we can continue down and we can correct this part of the move over there. Not necessarily the entire move up which we had on the high time frame, but like in portions, right? Because now price moves in market structure, so we need portions to break down right now. What legal problems is Dominion Markets having? It's not about legal problems, it's about Metacoats is making sure that, I mean, when we do launch, there will be no any legal problems, because like, there are a lot of so there are a lot of brokers out there who have problems with like not paying out, not withdrawing, all that stuff. So like, so now Metacoats is extremely strict about those things. So they're just doing their due diligence, which takes a lot of time, I guess. So that's what's taking time. We thought we'd be up and running by first week of February. No, actually January didn't happen. And then we thought it's going to be okay in February, didn't happen. So, it's good though. It's good they're doing their due diligence so that we don't run into problems down the road. Can you explain what an impulse entry is? Impulse entry is when you don't wait for a candle to close, right? So these candles have closed right now. Looking at a 30-minute time frame, we did break below the support, and now we're closing back into the support, right? So now this is a no trade range. Hey Raja, I took this trade for 10 pips earlier. Can you please check what I could have done better? What you could have done better. So you took a sell. Was it a good decision to wait for the break? Yes, I think it was a good decision to wait for the break of 149.250. Oh, or 544. No, 544 was much better right over here where you entered. You entered below these wicks in the anticipation price will continue down to the support, and that's exactly what happened. So I think it was pretty good. Let's take a look at this gold chart. Gold on the 15-minute, looking for buys above 1810. Oh, nice. Vanessa, you know, we had the same analysis over here. Gold buys above 1810. Above those wicks for price to continue to 1813. Alright, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is pound yen 30-minute chart. Nice. Very nice. Looks like it played out here for you. Mr. Kennedy! Good job. Looks like USD CAD closed below the support. Man, how far is this? This is 20 pips away, 13 pips away, 13, 14 pips away. 125, 460, 450. And then furthermore, 34 pips away down over there. Hey, good morning. Would you take a look at the sell I took on GJ if it deserves a magic key? Thank you. Oh, if it deserves a magic key? That's not how magic keys are given out. Execute, impulse sell, TP hit right over here. Candle close little below previous resistance. Nice. Well done. Could you have a look at my G8 trade? Would you have at this stage? It is what it is, or I was moving stop loss too fast. Let's see here. Yeah, we talked about this. If you look at the 1 hour, you'll see that the 1 hour candles closed bearish, right? So it wasn't a good buy decision at all because the 1 hour candles closed bearish. But you manage risk, which is pretty good. We talked about this trade here earlier on when we came on stream. No, it was sells. Oh, hold on. Close 80. Oh, you took sells over here. Okay, makes sense. Close 80%, close 50%. The runner got stopped out before moving stops to break even. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it was good. It's good. Sorry you didn't read it here correctly. The 1 hour candles were much more cleaner. Look at this. The only problem was we had a deeper liquidity grab here. That was the only problem. But then after that, we continued to print bearish candles. Okay, what's going on over here? Just wondering, yesterday, gold closed below 1804 but didn't continue bearish. Why is that? Because it's ranging. Ooh, look at this. USD CAD is moving down at this point. USD CAD is continuing dropping here. 1.25470. Canada is also slowly starting to open up the economy here in Ontario. Yeah, I think we can easily come down to 1.25450. See, sometimes we can see, I can see clean moves happening, but I'm not going to execute on them because, you know, it maybe not be a part of my plan. Hey, good morning. When support resistance conflicts in different time frames, like support on 30-minute looks fake out of that support on 15-minute, do I take higher time frame levels? Yes. I always take high time frame levels. You know, so see this right over here, 30 minutes seems like there's a resistance up over here, but on the 1 hour time frame, there's a resistance right over here. So I'm going to take the 1 hour time frame level at this point. Oh, look at that. Looks like USDJPY closed below that resistance. Tough area over here. Would you be looking for sells if price broke below 149.370 on GJ? 149.370, yes. I think that's going to be pretty clean sells below 149.370. What's a good way to stay consistent with trading? Started trading in June 2020, but I find myself taking a lot of breaks in between, which kind of resets my momentum. I think if you started trading in June 2020, you are at a very, very good spot right now, you know, because when I started trading in, like, you know, back in June 2016, man, 8 months in, I didn't do anything. 8 months in, I was just coming out of a huge drawdown. You know, there were no live streams, there was no help like we have today, you know, and then we really pioneered this, like, you know, self-help streams over here. Because once you start to get good, once you start to do webinars, we start to get like winning trades and stuff, we're like, hey, listen, I think it's going to be a good idea to maybe broadcast all our webinars for free for the world. You know, so like, you know, so guys can come on and they can see, like, you know, how proper trading is done, how you wait for confirmations, how you wait for certain things. So yeah, it went well. What's your lot size? My lot size ranges from 6 to 12 lots. How much did you pay to join Ted's course during that time? I think it was like for 350. I think it was 350, 375 back then, 4 years ago. But we were all new, you know, at that time. We were all new. We were still kind of like, you know, looking at things. We were developing certain things at the same time. Now, man, now it's crazy. Now it's crazy. Now you got guys doing analysis, like no results, no withdrawals, nothing, and they're running mentorships. I mean, there has to be some sort of transparency there. Best 375 you have spent? Yes. I didn't even think twice about it. I was like, hey, listen, I started my first account with $200. I lost that account, and then I said to myself, okay, you know what? I started this account with 200. I lost this account in 2 weeks. If I deposit more, I'm going to lose more. So it's better to learn from somebody, educate myself, and then go forward with it. And I think that was a very logical thing to do, right? I mean, if you don't know anything about trading, you need to learn about it, you know. And I did start learning online, but you know, online can only help you so much, you know, because you need someone by your side. Just like when you start a business, you need a mentor. You start some new job, you need a mentor. You need to shadow somebody. So that's what it was. Plus, he lived next to me, right? He lives like maybe 30 minutes away. So I was like, okay, you know what? Even if he runs away with the money, I know where he lives, so I can track him down. It's not going anywhere. How much did you put in after the 200? After 200, I started with around $700. Out of people who got Ted's mentorship, how many actually were successful? That's a pretty good question. Success comes from the ability of you controlling yourself. You know, Kervin got into TED. He's still here. He's successful now. There's another guy, Alex. Alex was here. Jeevan also went under TED's mentorship, and he's doing well now. You know, so it all depends on how consistent you were. I mean, the only people who lost or who weren't successful were the ones who basically overtraded and they over-risked. That's it. There was no reason for you not to be successful. If you overtrade, you're going to lose a lot of money, which is true. If you over-risk, then obviously you're going to lose a lot of money, you know, which is true. You forgot to mention Mac Attack. Mac Attack came under me. Why doesn't Ted give out mentorship anymore? Because he's too busy at this point. He says his time is worth way more than that. So I'm like, yeah, okay. So, like, you know, that's the thing. You have to stay consistent. You don't have to overtrade, don't have to over risk, because that's what I've seen. You know, guys, I know people who started with me, you know, 4 or 5 years ago, and they're still not profitable because they overtrade and over risk. That's it. That's it. Other than that, like, you know, there's all like, you know, your technical analysis. You take 1 or 2 trades a day, you learn from those trades, and you go forward. Ted is being investigated for fraud. No, I don't know what fraud you're talking about. I mean, think about it. If someone commits fraud, why aren't they in jail? You guys really need to start looking at things from the outside. Do you think trading demo is a waste of time rather than trading a small account? I think trading demo is okay. I traded demo for maybe the first week of trading. I traded demo. And the reason why I traded demo, and oh no, the reason why I stopped trading demo was because I was making gains on the demo. And I was like, hey, wait a minute. If I'm making gains on demo, I should be making these gains on a live account. You know, and then I started my live account. All right, gold is still smacking this 1809 level over and over again, but needs to break above 1810 to continue moving bullish. I was wondering how long you took for develop all the process to become profitable, and have you kind of start your trades like using indicators? Yes. So when I first started, I was using indicators. We were actually trading based on MACD and stochastics, right? And there was also a time when I was trading the crossovers of RSI and stochastics. Painful idea. And after that, like, and then I couldn't find profitability with that, so I started trading on Bollinger Bands, started trading on EMAs 15, 14, 15, 1450 and 200 moving averages. I tried that, tried Fibonacci's, tried trend lines, tried everything, and nothing worked. Mainly because why things don't work for people is because they try too many things in least amount of time. So you're not going to give one method of trading long enough time to kind of like understand, okay, is this really profitable or not, right? If you're trading based on EMAs, you may start trading EMAs for maybe the first 2 weeks, right? First 2 weeks is not enough time to see if a certain system works or not. I say, hey, like, what, if you're going to give a certain system a chance to work, give it like maybe like 2 months, 3 months, and see if it works or not. And and you got to be very logical about it too. Like if you start on a certain system, like let's say trend lines, you need to give it like 2-3 months to see if it works or not. And if at certain times it does not work, you need to take a look at that and say, okay, like, what, if certain situations are not working, why are they not working? What can I do things differently if they're not working? Or do you even feel comfortable with that? So the only thing I felt comfortable with reading candles, because I looked at it logically, right? I'm like, hey, listen, if we are trading candles, if candlesticks are the only thing we see on the chart, and if we cannot read candles correctly, there's no way you can trade profitability for a very long time. There's no longevity in it. So that's why I started to really read candles, really starting to read wicks, really starting to read momentum times and stuff like that. Sometimes guys say, hey, like, what is do you look at volume bars? I'm like, no, because volume bars, they print after the candle closes. So you can really look at volume by looking at the time, where we are, and then looking at the size of the candles to identify volume. Do you trust unregulated brokers? Yes, unregulated brokers is going to be the norm now. It's going to be normal. It's going to be very, very normal. Unregulated brokers, because think about it, right? Across the board, on all major jurisdictions, the leverage is being decreased for all major brokerages, right? And all major brokerages, they're moving on to their offshore entities, which are unregulated, to provide 1 to 500 leverage to all their clients. Because if they don't do that, the clients are going to move away from those lower leverage and they will move on to the higher leverage brokers. So you got to stay competitive. So unregulated brokers, they will be normal now. And trust me, you can trust unregulated brokers, and you can also trust regulated brokers. If a broker is going to run away with your money, it's going to run away with your money. Just like that crypto exchange, Quadriga. Quadriga was regulated in Canada, man. They ran away with 200 million. So go figure. Let's take a look here. GA buys. We're down at support over here. Entry confirmation, win for 2 bullish candles. Yeah, it looks good. Like on the 1 hour time frame, if you can get some sort of okay, so we got a support over here on the 1 hour, right? So yeah, it looks good. If you can get a bullish candle closing, I think we're gonna have a support formed, and then we can continue moving bullish. But if that support gets broken, then we're gonna continue moving bearish. So at this point, we gotta wait over here. I was speaking to someone who trades but over risks a lot, but they only take 1 trade a day and try to manage it the best they can. I don't agree with it at all. It was just his method, I guess. Yeah, that's true. That is true. All right. Let's take a look over here. No trade zone. Buys and close above 1813. Close partials up over here. Looks good. Looks pretty good over here. Actually, we were also looking at buys above 1810 because you got some clean candles here to the left hand side. So that should work on the smaller time frames here as well. All right, let's take a look at this chart by Sean. Sean has a buy and I will enter a buy as soon as 30-minute candle breaks the 30-minute wick over here. The problem, well, the issue with this buy over here is that this is not enough range, Sean. Look at this. You take a buy here, 149.640. Your range is like 10 pips, right? 10 pips minus spread, 8 pips. I mean, you know, not enough range. But don't get me wrong, it can continue moving bullish, but this minor resistance is what kind of like makes an issue over here. What I'm personally looking for, for price to break above, you know, 149.800 to continue bullish. That's what I'm personally looking for. So the only reason I wouldn't like these buys is because the range till this minor resistance is not enough. Can you please check and advise what could have done differently? So you took a sell over. Oh wait, what? You took a sell over here after the candle closed weak bearish. See, this weak bearish candle. Weak bearish candles mean low volume, right? Low volume. So you needed this candle to close bearish to give you that confirmation. One small low volume candle doesn't mean price is going to go down, especially if that's on a like, you know, like a weak confirmation time frame, like 15-minute. So you gotta keep that in mind over here. Like the way candles are closing, like, you know, if you're closing like small body candles, big body candles, and especially what time frame you're looking at. Regulation is very expensive for a broker. Yes, it's very expensive for a broker. I know the US regulation costs around like $500,000, close to $500,000. Yeah, but then again, you know, your leverage is really low, your spreads are really high because you got to make that money back, right? Like it's a business. Because if a broker is going to operate in the US and they will spend that much money to get a regulated license, then they got to pump up their spreads, they got to pump up their commissions to kind of like make profit on that investment. Because it's basically an investment, right? Do you adjust your lot size every time to your stop loss that you risk your full percent? No, I keep my lot size the same. There's a difference. Like, you know, sometimes guys say, hey, like, you know what, I trade with the set risk percentage, and some guys, like, you know, they want to trade with like a set lot size. So I trade based on set lot sizes. You know, if I'm going to use a 6 lot, I'm going to stick with a 6 lot. But at the same time, if I'm going to stick with like 1%, then I'm going to stick with 1%. So, you know, so it's to each their own. I think for me, using like a set lot size, it works much more better. You are great motivation for me, and I was wondering if you considered uploading webinar you did for risk management. No, sorry. We had that was not a webinar. That was a virtual class. We did. We advertised that for a whole month. It was for $50. It wasn't much at all. So yeah, that was a virtual class we did. When are you going to up in lot size? It depends, you know, like right now I'm hovering between, okay, so my barrier is 20 lots, right? 20 lots. I think in October, November, I did 25 once. That's my barrier. 20 lots is my barrier. So this year, with the launch of Dominion Markets, I'm looking to break that 25 lot barrier and go to like 30, 35. Man, that's next level. Like imagine you put down 30 lots, 10 pips, 3,000. Crazy. Crazy things over there. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is US 30, potential buys if we close above this 30. I agree with this. This is a very, very clean chart, right? You have resistance over here, candle close above, goes up to next resistance. Beautiful. USD CAD secured 10 pips. Nice. Very nice. Let's take a look over here. This was actually very, very clean here. We called it out here before. Right here. Broke below support, history in the making. Haven't broken these lows in 2018 and came straight down. Oh, JP Savage, the $1 Savage. Thank you for the $1. Man, if my name was Savage, I'd be doing more than $1. What leverage do you use? for your account. It's 1 to 500. I use 1 to 500 leverage here. How do you deal with trades hitting a stop loss by a wick and then moving to your TP? It's really frustrating. So that's a very common phenomenon that happens with a lot of guys, right? So let's say you take a trade, right? You enter a trade, you take buys, price retraces, hits your stop loss, and then continue on moving. So what you got to do at that point is you need to look at the chart and say that, okay, obviously my analysis played out, right? And this happens to a lot of people. Like you take trades, your analysis is there, your analysis plays out, and then what you got to do at that point is that you got to see that, okay, if my analysis is playing out, what could I have done differently for price to continue moving, right? Like, could you have, like, re-entered a position? Could you have kind of gone on to see that, okay, is there another chance I give my trade or not? Those are things. Oh, nice. Thank you. Thank you. We got $100, so I guess I got to match this donation over here. By the way, the donations don't go to me. YouTube sends them to some non-profit organization, somewhere. All right, let's see over here. Let's take a look at this. I know you say to wait until candle closes to enter, but you also wait for them to close to exit. Sometimes, So if I'm running in profits, right? If I'm running in profits, and if you have free traffic to the left hand side, just like right over here, right? Below 1.25650, you have free traffic below this area. So if I'm running in profits and I'm securing positions, I'm going to let my runner run, because I'm going to let this candle close to see if we're really going to come down to this support or not. What's this? Had to get a UK border for that drone stock, but got it in the second place at 50 pounds. Oh, nice. Nice. The only stock I'm invested in is Canada drone delivery. I've been talking about this for a very, very long time. Canada drone delivery. Canada drone delivery. Yesterday I bought 5,000 more shares of the stock. Right here. Canada drone delivery. So I have about 7,000 shares now. It's at 1.88. I got in at 1.38. I rebought it at 1.90. So for the next 2 years, 3 years, I think it's going to do really, really well. So it's a long-term hold. All right, your JPY is breaking above 128.740. What platform I used? I used Wealth Simple. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is GJ 1 hour chart, taking buys over here, which is pretty good. Pretty good. You're taking buys. I'm looking for buys above 149.800, because I think if we can break above 149.800, there's a very high probability we can continue moving bullish. And let me show that to you on the 1 hour right over here. 149.800. You got this wick to fill at 149.950, 14 pips away, and then further on, all the way up towards 150.100 back again. Right? But it's also good if you're making the support, and if we break the support, then there's a very high probability we can continue down to fill this range, a 20 pip range. So I think at that time I can give my sells a second chance. As you're trading for 4 years, you also judge your analysis when you're in drawdown on 20 lots. I mean, feel discomfort? No. The only time you should feel discomfort in a trade is if you don't know how to manage risk. We've been working on managing risk for the past like a year and a half, and I think once you really increase your lot sizes, you trust yourself that you will be able to manage risk. And that's the number one thing. If you can manage risk, I think things are going to go really, really well. So if you look at gold over here as well, this 30-minute candle is about to close. And if we start closing above 1810, we're moving bullish all the way till 1813, because we got clean candles here to the left-hand side. Someone is saying if you don't have magic keys, you will feel discomfort. All right, let's take a look over here. Euro JPY, we're breaking above this resistance, looking for a new candle to break above. Looks good, looks good. This candle just needs to close above this area. Because if you take a buy as this candle is bullish, you need to identify that this candle was also bullish at one time, but it rejected it. So you need a candle to close above this area. Stock market has been red for 2 weeks. Yes. Big thanks to Biden. Big thanks to Joe Biden. That's the reason why the stock market has been weak for 2 weeks. Man, I don't know. Think about it, man. Like when Trump was here, like, you know, we got some guys in the YouTube here as well. Like when Trump was here, everything was rocking and rolling. There wasn't even 1 week where price ranged. You know, ever since the new administration came in, everything's just sleeping, man. Everything's just slow. And I don't like slow markets. I need markets to be rocking and rolling and really pumping. You know, because the more instability is there in the world, the more you have the opportunity to make money in the markets. That's what it is. When you're trading based on chaos. And when there's more chaos in the world, the more volume you have in the market and the more money you can make at the same time. Sounds pretty unethical, but it's just the way how it is. You know, if you're not going to make money that way, someone else will. And that's just the way it is. Looking at sells over here, so looking for a sell if the next 30-minute candle starts breaking below. Yeah, it looks good. It's kind of like the same thing on the 1 hour time frame. Someone is saying that was a very mean thing to say. It's just the way it is, man. You can't expect a lion to let a baby goat go. The lion's going to eat that baby goat. All right, let's take a look at this. Ooh, someone donated SEK20. I don't know what that is, but thank you, appreciate it. Euro JPY, waiting for candle to close above structure to enter a strong bullish candle. Looks good. We're still waiting over here. Pound yen, I'm looking for buys above 149.800. It doesn't matter who is in office or here or in Europe so much. The problem is the uncertainty with the vaccines working and the virus going away is the main issue. Yeah, that's the main issue. But at the same time, if you look at how Trump was operating, anything that was happening in the world, he was tweeting about it. And when the president of one of the most strongest countries, they tweet about something, that's going to move the market in some way, you know, because the market sees that as, oh, this powerful person has these kind of views on this subject. All right, let's move. You know, but if the market doesn't know what the president has their views on, just like Biden, it's obviously not going to move, right? Because the market doesn't know that, because I guess they're not that active on social media. All right, let's take a look at this GBP JPY sell idea here. Okay, we already took a look at this. Let's take a look at this over here, this chart. This is a pound yen 15-minute chart. 15-minute candle closed bullish, gave more confluence. You took buys over here. Target resistance at, oh, nice, beautiful, nice. So I think you need to remove this bottom zone. You need to remove this bottom zone because this bottom zone was nullified with this candle coming down. So now as price started to move up, you had this clean candles here to the left hand side. Nice one. Was kind of risky, but you made it through. Pat Butcher, £5. Make America trade again. Raja 2024. Alright, let's take a look at this chart. Okay, already saw this here. The 30-minute candle has closed bullish on your JPY. Let's take a look on the 15-minute time frame. 15-minute candle closing bullish. Taking buys right now on your JPY, I think it's going to be a little bit risky. And the reason why is because maybe you'd want to see this candle break the high of the previous candle to continue bullish. Yeah, I think that's what you want to see at this point, to break the high over here. And the reason why I say that is because the 15-minute candles are closing with like smaller bodies here, right? So that's why I think breaking this high over here would be a much better confirmation. Hi, sir. We're going to have a news at 9:30 a.m. Yes, sir. We will have news at 9:30 a.m. Monetary policy hearing. This is going to be a pretty big news over here, because they will decide what their monetary policy is moving forward into, like, March and April. Hey Raja, come to Bradford and show the locals how to be cool. I'm not cool at all. Could you have safely entered buys once there was a wick rejection on 30-minute? No, I wasn't comfortable with that. Right here, I wasn't comfortable with that. I wanted to take buys above 149,800, above the 1 hour resistance. Already took sells here, like around 149,600 for price to continue down. So if I'm going to look for buys, it's going to be above 149,800 to look for buys. How long it took for you to realize candle reading was the right path? How long did it took? I think it took me a good 8 months. It should have taken me around a month, but it took me around 8 months. Thank you, Raja. I see my trading getting better and better. My first 100 pip week. Oh, nice, man. Beautiful. First 100 pip week. Amazing. We have someone who had their second $100 day yesterday. I think, no, day before yesterday. Amazing. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is pound yen, looking for buys above 149,700 area for price to continue on towards 141,947. Looks good. On the 15-minute time frame, it does look good. Let's take a look here on the 15-minute time frame. So this is what you're looking at basically, right? You're looking at this area over here, and for price to break outside of, what's this price? Around, I'd say like 149,760. Coming into this range. But what I'm looking at is, I'm looking at the 1 hour, and I'm looking to see if we can break above 149,800 to continue bullish. That's what I'm looking at. A much stronger confirmation I'm looking at basically. So we're going to see if that plays out or not. When you look at gold 5-minute chart and see all those wicks to the downside, is that something to take into consideration? I have been looking at gold for the past month. I'm learning about it. Oh, that's good, Lewis. So if you look on the 5-minute, yeah, see, this is just ranging at this point now. Even if you look to the left-hand side, price had real issues breaking above 1810. So I think we'll need like a really strong break above 1810 for price to continue up. Otherwise, I mean, if we look at this minor support down here, not enough range. If we draw this minor support right over here, and if we look for a range down to 1803, this makes much better sense over there below 1806. But that's still within this major 100 pip range on the 4-hour time frame. Can you say Bradford Zindabad? Bradford Zindabad. All right, let's take a look at this chart. This is GA 15-minute chart. Oh, we were looking at GA here before. Let's take a look at it here again. So GA, strong support. 1 hour candle is about to close in about 25 minutes. Looking at 30-minute time frame. 30-minute candle still open. Yeah, 30-minute candle still open over here. Would want to see a 1 hour candle, because here's the thing, right? Even if we came down, there's this sort of like these issues here, and I mean, depending on where this 30-minute candle closes, if it closes below this area, then I guess it's kind of like rejecting this area here. Or if we can get a close on the 1 hour time frame, then we could say, okay, like, what, now there's a high probability for price to move up if you get a strong close on the 1 hour time frame. Hey Raja, I just joined your live stream recently. It's interesting. Where can I get more knowledge about trading? Babypips.com and YouTube. You can go to YouTube. Is a 500 daily goal feasible for a $15,000 account when trading gold with the 2-lot? I don't think a monetary goal is a good idea. I don't think a monetary goal is a good idea. I think having a profitable trade is a good idea. So whether you're using a one lot or whether you're using a two lot, aim to have a profitable trade, right? Because if you can have a profitable trade on the one lot and you secure positions without looking at the monetary gain, you're going to start to see that, oh, okay, like, you know what, I got a winning trade and the outcome of this winning trade was X amount. You know, so psychologically, that's going to work very, very well. Instead of like, you know, constantly thinking about, oh, I need to hit 500, I need to hit 500. Because some days you're going to hit 250, right? And that's also still pretty good if you hit 250. Because it's not about how much money you make on a certain account. It's about what you can successfully secure every day. So even if you're securing $100 on 15,000 in 15 minutes, man, that's still pretty good. Normally people make that in 8 hours, you know, working every day with 15-minute timed breaks and a half an hour lunch. So if you make $150, $200 in the same amount of time it takes someone to have a shower, I think it's amazing, you know, if you put it that way. It's pretty amazing, you know, like sometimes I do make like, you know, 50 bucks, 60 bucks, $80 sometimes in managing risk. I make like $90. And I tell myself, hey, listen, if I made $90 in 15 minutes, I'm going to take that. You know, I'm not going to get greedy about it. I'm not going to try to look for more. I'm going to take that. I'm going to be happy with that. You know, so you got to look at it that way. There are a lot of guys here who make some good money in the first 30 minutes and then they just blow it because they want more and more. How much more do you want? You know, well, like, I mean, I have my neighbor, right? My neighbor works 60 hours a week. He works 60 hours a week. His take-home paycheck is around $900, working 60 hours a week. You know, so I keep those things very relative to where I am right now. You know, so even if I make $200 a day and someone else makes like 10,000 a day, I'm happy with that 200 because the person living next to me in the same house as me is making less than that in a much bigger, like, you know, like a large amount of time. So you got to keep those things into consideration when, like, you know, when we talk about gains and how much do we want and stuff like that. You got to keep it real. He's getting robbed. Oh, no, I don't think having a job is getting robbed. I think that's a very asinine thinking to have when you talk about, like, you know, having a job is getting robbed. Like, having a job is pretty good. Like, it teaches you discipline. It teaches you the meaning of hard work, right? You can't be successful in life without hard work. Like, I worked hard, man. I used to work 91 hours a week for a year and a half straight. 91 hours a week on the oil rigs. Like, you know, like 2 weeks straight work every day, 1 week off. And that was hard work. Yeah, gold is coming down to this minor support over here. We rejected 1810, didn't really break above it. Hey sir, how can I get a beginner's head start? You can get a beginner's head start from babypips.com, YouTube. YouTube is also pretty good. You were a petroleum engineer. No, I was not a petroleum engineer. I was a roughneck. Canada roughneck. This is what I was. I was a roughneck here. So our base salary was around 71,000. With overtime, it went up to like 120,000. Yeah, that's what I used to do. Roughneck and direct men are making over here. See this? Look at this. 34 an hour, 28 an hour. I was making around 30 an hour plus overtime. You know, and overtime was time and a half. Thanks for answering the questions, but there was loads on the YouTube. What should be watching? On YouTube, I think your first start should be basics of Forex. That's what you should do. How big was your discounts? Discounts on what? Oh, when you worked on oil, I don't know what discounts you're talking about. No one gets discount working anyway. Maybe there's a language barrier. Oh, taxes. Lots of taxes. Like my tax return payment, I remember the first year of working on the oil rigs was like 6,000. I got 6,000 back. I was like, whoa, 6,000. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is GBP NZD coming down. Possible break and retest. Looks good on the 1 hour time frame. Looks good. You're also making a low over here. So now you got to identify. Okay, so let's go over here. So now what you got to identify is you have to identify whether we will break this low to continue down, or we will do a retest on the 30-minute or the 15-minute to continue down. That's what you got to identify at this point. So you got to drop down to the smaller time frames here. 19 hours a week, how is that even possible? That's possible when you work 13 hours a day. So 13 hours times 7 days is 91. It's pretty simple, right? Just basic calculation. Basic multiplication. All right. Let's take a look here on gold. Gold is still in this range over here. What do you think is better for a beginner, raw spread account or standard? It depends, you know. When I first started, I started with the raw spread account, and to be honest, raw spread account, ECN account, they're all the same thing. So I start with a raw spread account. There's commission, there's low spread. You know, some people like bigger spread and no commission. That's basically all up to you. Raja, how come you are so full of yourself? I'm not full of myself. I'm just sharing my experiences. That's not being full of myself. I mean, I'm sharing my experiences, and they're true experiences. Like, I'm not lying about stuff, man. Come on. Like, trust me, man, some people have interesting lives, and if you think that's being full of themselves, then I don't know, maybe you gotta get out more and explore the world more. Because, I mean, I talk to guys who have much more interesting lives than I have, you know, and I think, oh man, that guy's so full of himself. No, he's just been on more adventures than I have. All right. Let's take a look over here. Do you consider changing your YouTube channel? I can't change the name on the YouTube channel now. I tried that and YouTube said, no, you can't do that. All right, so we're coming down over here, right? We're coming down to the support on pound yen. And I think if we break below 149.550, we can continue further down towards 149.370. Hey, how to open a broker like you? You need money, you need experience, and you need a platform. Why you even stream on the stream at 5:30? Oh. Let's see here. Yeah, I was still waiting at this point. We need to break below 149, 530, 540 for price to continue down. That's what I'll be looking at this point. Do you experience trading burnout? Nope, I don't experience trading burnout. Burnout happens when you move for a long time, right? Imagine this, you have a car, right? When the tires move on the car for a long time, they start to burn out and you got to replace the tires. At the same time, if you trade for a long time every day, you're going to get burned out, right? And then you got to replace your focus. That's the thing. So if you're trading, let's say you're taking like nine trades a day, 10 trades a day, 6 trades a day, you're going to have trading burnout. It's going to be very normal. I focus on maybe 1 or 2 trades a day and that's it. So I don't get the burnout. So we're waiting here below 149.530. I'm going to execute sells and then we can continue down towards 149, 400, 380, these areas right over here. How much do you make per month? Estimate probably around $2. Ever since I started following your stream, been profitable, learned a lot of your risk management by watching your channel. Oh, nice. Beautiful. Yeah, gold is still in this range over here. Can you explain your sell idea? So my sell idea over here is simple, right? So price came over here, rejected this area before. And then after that, what happened was that we had a candle closing bearish. And then we had another candle that closed bullish, right? Hence, we have a support formed. This candle rejected support. This candle is coming bearish now. So if this candle breaks below this area, there's a very high possibility for price to come down to fill this wick. And that's what I'm aiming for at that point. Or if we break above 149.800, then we can continue moving bullish. So that's what I'm looking for here today. Where would your stop loss be? I'll have to decide on the 15-minute time frame here. If we break below this area, I think my stop is going to be around, I'd say like 149, 650, 660-ish based on 15 minutes. So we'll see how it comes down.
Hey, Roger.
Hey, Lewis.
Hey, would you, so since New York Open is about to happen, would you anticipate with the volume that it should continue down as well?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Would this be an impulse entry? Yes, this would be an impulse entry. Let's take a look at this chart over here. 30-minute candle closed below support. This one over here, you took sell. Price came down, closed 90%. Nice. It's kind of like the same sell I took here earlier on. It's pretty good. From 608 down to 467. Is NYSE open in 15 minutes? No. NYSE opens in 1 hour and 35 minutes. 40 minutes. Yes. New York open at 8 a.m. New York opens, you know.
Hey Raja, good morning, my brother.
Hey, hombre, ¿cómo estás?
Hey. Bien, hermano, bien.
Oh, wow, we're muted. Huh. Morning.
Hey, good morning, Mac. Oh, Mac is unmuted here today. Nice.
He's privileged.
Hey, looks like you had a pretty good Asian session yesterday.
Oh, man. Bro. It was the Asian session of the century right there.
Yeah.
Incredible. 150 pips.
Man, I haven't seen that much volume in the Asian session since forever.
Right. Oh my god. Crazy.
Yeah.
Hey Mac, you're not allowed to say there's no volume in Asian sessions for life now.
Yeah.
Right. It's gonna be for the whole year, right?
This guy sends a note everywhere. Hey guys, Asian session, low volume sometimes. Need to be careful.
It went like boom. Man, I was watching the hockey game. I was like, oh shit, Mac's probably having a party right now.
Oh, trust me, I was having a party.
That's pretty awesome.
I'm glad you guys got this vibe, man. Oh man. Beautiful move.
NSE got freezed and traders got losses because of those idiots. Oh. All right. New York Open is about to come over here. Really watching pound yen over here to break below 149.3, 580, 530. Gold is trying its best to see if it's gonna break down to what 1803 or not. How do I join the sidebar group? Oh, sidebar group. So on YouTube, people see you guys on the cameras on the sidebar. So that's why. So these guys are on the sidelines right now. So you got to be on the sideline.
We're the popular guys.
No, you have to. We have to fight it out, and then when you win, you get to play on this.
Yeah. In this case of sells below 530 based on a 30-minute structure, what happens with the 15-minute supports? So what I'm looking for here is a candle to kind of like break below 149.530, and when it breaks below this area, I'm going to be putting my stops somewhere in this range around like 149.620, 630 for price to come down. But for that, we need a break below 149.530 here.
You know what I'm looking on GJ Raja. I will be looking for buys above 149.750. And I'm gonna tell you, you go to the 15 minutes and tell me if you see a fake out in the lower time frames. Right here.
Yeah.
This kind of. So basically, this is a base retest to support before continuing to retest those highs.
See,
if you get any close below that support, the shadow line that you have there, yes, I agree with you. But it can be a short-term sells at that point because you may have a rejection at any given point from here. From here. So if you manage the trade accordingly, yes, man, it can play out really nice. Other than that, safe buys above this area, retest here, this wick here, because the daily is so bullish that I'm not gonna try to trade against that heavy move.
See the only issue I have with those buys, I was actually looking at the same thing over here. So if we bring this down here, right? And if we break above this area, the only problem I have is that there's this 1 hour resistance at 149.800. That's the only issue I have with the buys. So
yeah, I know.
Just to be safe, I was looking at price to break above this area to come up to this area and then this wick here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Let's see what happens. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
What's this? How are my zones looking? Minor zones still trouble for me. USDJPY. Okay, looks good. This resistance looks good. You got a target right over here, looks good. You're looking for buys above 105.950. Clean range over here. Looks perfect. Also, I think what you got to look at is that if price starts rejecting this area, okay, if price starts rejecting this area over here, and if we start breaking below this minor support, I think this is a minor support on the 15-minute or the 30-minute, then you could have a move coming down to this support. And with volume, I think it can continue further down. If we start rejecting this area and we start breaking this minor support down here, I'm not sure what price that is. I think that's 105.850 something. What's this? But just like you expect volume to break those levels for shorts, can't you say the same thing for buys? The only issue I have is with this 1 hour resistance here. That's it, right? Because if we break this resistance, then we got clean wick to fill up over here and then clean wick up to 150, 100. But when we're looking for sells is not the same thing. It's different because once we break below 149.530, you got a clean wick fill down to 149.370 and then potential to come down to 149.250. But as we said, anything can happen. I mean, if we do break above 149.730, it could continue moving up till this area here, no problem. That could also happen. But hey, who is this?
Me, Luis.
Oh, hey, Luis.
Hey, man. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Great. Man, I had a question, kind of long. I'm gonna try to explain myself the best I can. But I need an advice or your point of view about me. Because the thing is that I do have an 8 to 5 job, and I can only trade the full session, the New Year session, on my day off, which are Tuesdays and Wednesdays. The other 3 days of the week, Monday, Thursdays, and Friday, I can only trade it from 6 a.m. till 7:30 or 7:45 a.m. So my question is, do you think on those 3 days is not enough time to trade? Or because the thing is that sometimes on those 3 days, I take a first trade and that trade become a losing trade. And
so let me ask you this.
Yeah,
I'm sorry to cut you off, but let me ask you this, right? So you're trading based on Eastern time frame? Eastern time.
Yeah,
Time
Eastern.
zone. Okay, so what you can do is you can probably wake up at like 5 a.m. or 5:30 a.m. and trade till 7:30 or like 7:15 or whatever, and then go to work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what happens sometimes is that on those 3 days, I take a first trade and it becomes a losing trade. Of course, I manage it, but then while I'm working, I see that you guys give a second chance to the trade, and it runs perfect. But I'm like, oh fuck, I'm here working.
Yeah,
And
so you gotta wake up. So you gotta wake up early then, because then you gotta give more time to the charts.
What was that?
Then you gotta wake up early, basically, right?
Okay.
Because I was heading to work at around 8:30, and I was waking up at 5:30 a.m. to be able to trade till 7:30 and then get ready for work. Because if you're waking up late and you're going to work, and then you're not spending enough time on the charts, right? So you need to wake up early to have that time. So that's what I was doing. I was actually sleeping early and waking up early, and then trading. And it looks like gold is breaking down over here.
Yeah, because I tried to push it till 8:30 a.m., but my boss said, "Hey, boy, come early, man." I had to stop coming because I was making it by 8:30, and they said like, "Hey, fuck no, man, come early."
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah,
Okay, man. Well, thanks.
All right, man. Yeah, no problem.
I mean,
Golden
I'm
shopping
in a
pants.
similar situation, right? But I trade the 4 hour on the days off, and Fridays I find a difficult day anyway. So it's only a matter of the Monday for the brother that was just there.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So your Mondays and Fridays, I think I find them tougher, you know. And any day that I'm not trading, I'll look at it only on the 4 hour and then try to trade it off that way as opposed to scalping it, you know.
Yeah, I don't care too much about Fridays because Fridays are always crazy, and I try to not trade on Fridays, but the other 2 days, yeah, I would like to be more in front of church.
All right.
thanks.
So yeah, no problem. So we got around a minute and a half left over here to NY Open. This is going to be a very delicate situation if it comes down over here. 149. So what I'm thinking, around 149, 520 or 149, 500 below these wicks over here. Really, really speculating this over here now. We got about a minute left. So even if the next candle breaks this low, I think with NY Open volume, we can expect price to continue bearish. Ooh, someone entered sells on GJ. Oh, wow. Risky, risky. Yeah, I think below 149, 530 would make much more sense.
Maybe if the 1 hour closes below the 30-minute support, maybe it would be some more better confirmations.
What price is that?
149, 550.
Oh yeah, like it's the same thing.
Yeah. I was just saying, like on the 1 hour.
Oh, okay. All right, 7 seconds. If it retraces up, I think it's going to be amazing. Oh, no retracement. This candle has no wick over here. But should we risk it for the biscuit? Kerwin, what do you think over here?
Oh
You
man.
manage to trade accordingly. Stop loss. Stop loss is not that much. It's like 11 pips from there.
Yeah, it's above the 15-minute candle, basically.
Yeah.
Already had
I
a
also
winning
got-
trade this morning, so I'm not sure should I risk it over here.
Give it some time. Give it a little bit of time.
Yeah,
I
with
just
no-
don't like that area 149 500.
Yeah, you got the
Roger.
500 level right there too. So
Yeah.
I think the 230 area is a lot better than this area right here because you got that wick on the 30 minutes. So even if it breaks down, you could get a 14 pip move and then reject.
Yeah, that's good. 14 pip move.
But safer trade would be 149, 230 below that area.
And gold just went back in the range. So.
Yeah, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wait for this candle to flip bearish, and then I'm going to take a sell.
Smart man.
That's what I'm going to do. Because if it's pumping bullish, I think it's good. I'm not going to take a sell at this point.
Just put your stop, aggressive stop above that.
Yeah, I think this is going to be the move over here. 14, and with volume, we can continue down to 149, 250. I think that's a better idea. Someone is saying sell now, more pips. No, there's no confirmation here for me to sell, especially when the previous candle closed with no wick at the bottom. Oof, gold just went right back in. Damn.
Yeah, gold is in a dangerous situation, like you said. It's a delicate situation.
Yeah.
For gold, your best chance is gonna be the moment daily candles start turning bearish. But for that, you will need to wait until it goes 1802. From 1802, you have a nice target on the daily candle to the left. Previous daily candles.
Raja bhai?
Really nice.
Yes, sir.
Can I ask? सर मैं ये कहना चाह रहा था कि अगर मैं इस पर डायनामिक रिस्क मैनेजमेंट अप्लाई करूं तो will it work?
Dynamic risk on this?
Yes, sir.
No, because there's no confirmation to sell. Like,
alrighty.
Like, why are you selling? There's no confirmation.
Situation.
Yeah, it's a delicate situation at this point.
When it's a delicate situation, it's a delicate situation.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, so I'm waiting for this low to be broken over here. Once we break this, then we can continue down. Because here's the thing, when candles close with no wick at the bottom, this means there's no range for the next candle to continue down. This is something like, you know, covered in the database when a candle closes with no wick. So if you're entering sells over here, even though when the candles have no wick over here and there's no confirmation we're breaking down over here, then I don't know. It's not a good trade at all. Your JPY is also closing back in the range. Let's take a look at USD CAD. Let's see what happened. Oh, it's also doing some retracement over here now. Giovanni, this is a buy you took as the 30-minute candle went bullish on your JPY. Close the entire position because candle closed back in the range. That's good. It is what it is at that point, right? I mean, we broke the high over here. I also indicated that if we break the high, it's a good idea to take a buy, but once it's kind of closed back in the range, then you basically can't do anything about it. Pound AUD sells below this minor support. Looks good. I think pound yen is also in this similar situation to break a low to continue down. GBP NZD did a retest. Nice. Continue down. Nice. We saw this chart here earlier on. I think it was, yeah, it was right over here. GBP NZD. And this is the outcome right over here. GBP NZD.
Oh man, we got 4,000 viewers right now. Jeez.
Oh, nice. Welcome, everybody.
And only 600 likes. What is this?
Oh, because we haven't had a winning trade yet, Mac.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah, we need to have a winning trade over here.
We need another spike to 160.
No doubt.
Man, I'm still shocked.
Why are you shocked?
Because the Asian session moved 150 pips.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, welcome to uncertain markets.
Uncertainty to the extreme. A lot of people banked yesterday, so that's why I'm super happy.
Yeah, that's good. All right, let's take a look over here. This is GBP AUD sells. Yeah, it looks good. Once we break below these lows to continue down to fill this wick here, possibly. I'm looking
the like button just went to 900.
Hey, Raja, were you talking about ATM business some days back? Is it possible to hook me up with that contact? I've been thinking to starting it. If you're in the US, If you're in the US, send me an email, and I'm going to put my email right over here in the chat. Christo, send me an email and I'm going to connect you with that guy. Really good friend of mine. He's doing really well in the ATMs though. Runs his own company, runs his own things over there. So they could probably help you out.
I'm gonna talk to Josh. I've been running ATMs all over Miami, all over Florida with burner.
Man,
burner, right? In a truck.
Yeah.
He's doing really, really well, you know, with that business. The thing is, it took him time too, right? Like you get one ATM, you get like 300 a month, 400 a month, you know, maybe sometimes like 150 to 200 a month. But once you get up to like 50 ATMs, 60 ATMs, that's when the real game starts. It's just like trading, you know. In the start, you make peanuts for about a couple months, and then slowly, gradually, your risk starts to go up, your comfortability starts to go up, and then you start to get more gains in that. This is like the same thing. Yeah, look at that. See, no wick at the bottom, straight up. Still waiting over here. Anyone know a good online payment system for an online shop on a website? PayPal. There's PayPal, there's
Square.
Yeah, Square. There's Stripe. How does someone make money using ATMs? It's very simple, right? You have an ATM. You know when you go to an ATM and you pay a fee, let's say if it's not from your bank, you pay like, let's say $3 for a transaction. So that's the fee that goes to the guy whose ATM that is. You know, so every time you withdraw money, you pay a fee, that fee goes to the guy who owns the ATM. So that's how you make money on the ATMs. Gold is a mess at this point right now. So if you do the math, an ATM costs around $2,000, $2,500, and like, you know, all you got to do is find places to put your ATMs in, and that's it. You're good to go. Let's see here. Do you have a recommended website where you can get capital for one-time payment payouts? Oh yeah. I think there are like funding websites like that all over the place. Does he offer security as well? No. You gotta have your own security, like learn jiu-jitsu or learn like karate, something like that.
Karate.
Someone's trying to pull up on you. You're like, oh, no.
Yeah, the crane. It's the crane from Karate Kid.
Yeah. Security is all up to you, basically. Security is like a stop loss you're gonna have in the ATM business. You know, it's personal preference. You want a bigger stop loss, or you want a stronger stop loss, you know, or like a weaker one.
See, the thing is, people don't use their head. Like, you won't fill your ATM every Monday at 9 o'clock, right? Because then you're creating a pattern, right? You want to fill it random times. So no one would ever, even if the guy in the shop watches you, like, he would never know when you're coming. So you want to fill your ATM at random times.
Yeah, that's true.
Somebody in the chat said ATM equals big overhead time transporting and restocking money into machines that get vandalized regularly. I don't know how it gets vandalized. I live in New York and I go to the city and I've never seen an ATM getting vandalized.
See, that's a classic example of looking at negative way on how a certain thing cannot work.
Yeah.
You know, and I think this is why most people don't go into businesses, is because they keep on thinking about the negatives, why it wouldn't work. You know, you got to start thinking about what if it does work? What if it does flourish? And then you will have like a winning mindset to it. You know, like I talk to a lot of guys, like I mentor some people who are trying to get into businesses, and their first thing is, what if it doesn't work?
Yeah, always looking at the negative.
Yeah.
I have an ATM actually. I have one of my properties.
Oh,
and they pay me every month. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's like £300 like every month. And it's fine. There's no risk. They come in, they do all the stuff, and that's it. You know.
Now, do you know karate? Karate?
Well, jiu-jitsu, but you know, similar thing.
Same thing. Your own security.
All right. Looks like Looks like we can potentially break below 149.510. Gold is also starting to come down over here now. Your JPY is also rejecting.
Yeah, I just wanted to add, I think it's crazy how people will hear about an opportunity and the first thing they want to do is think of all the negatives instead of all the potential.
Yeah.
Like when I first started trading, people around me said, "Oh, what if you lose?" I'm like, "But what if I win? What if I win?" Imagine what if I win, you know? And yeah, we like whatever you start, you have to look at it in a positive way. What if it works? You know, like you're gonna have a positive mindset, and then you're gonna have a winning mindset with that. You know, like when I started door to door, someone told me, "Hey, if you make one sale, you're gonna make $1,600." And I told this to my parents. They were like, "No, no one makes $1,600 by doing one sale, and it's never gonna work." But it worked. Worked that for about a year and a half. Made a bunch of money, and then moved into Forex. Ooh, what's this? What do you think about this?
Power starts speaking.
Oh, you have a delicate situation. All right, gold is really coming down hard towards 1803.
Yeah.
I'm really looking at pound yen to take sells below 149.510. How many streams of income do I have? Around 4. 2 are automated and 2 I have to work on. You know, so I'm working on getting them automated as well, so I can look for something else. So, you know, when you start a business, it takes a long time to get something automated, and once it gets automated, then you have time to do other things. News coming, so be a lot of fake outs. Yes, news is coming here pretty soon. Hi, what order will be gold sell or buy? Well, we were talking about gold sells, and it is coming down now to 1803, 1804. You can't obviously sell at this point now, you know, because we've already broken down support and we've already moved like 20 pips. Is this your JPY sell be valid? Yes. We have this support over here, 128.590. But we also need to cross below, you know, 128.600 to come down. And if you measure this range, this is like a 9-10 pip range, right? So it's a pretty tight range at this point. At what time from would you take a sell on gold if the daily flipped bearish? I personally think really good sells on gold are going to be once we start breaking below 1803, because then you got this whole wick to fill down here till 1790s, right? And if you measure this, this is around like, you know, 73 pips away. If the negative thing happens, it would hurt a lot. That's why you always look at it from a negative side of things. I think when you over leverage yourself, when you invest more money in something that you can afford, then you should look at the negatives, right? So that's the same thing in trading too. Like you don't have to over leverage yourself in a business. You have to identify how much can you risk into a business. Some people go all in, and that's extremely risky when you go all in on a business, man. That's really, really risky. That's like putting your last dollar in trading and wishing that you're going to make this into like, you know, $1 million. That's really risky. Man, gold is really giving me vibes that 830 we should be breaking below 1802.
Once it's breaking 1802, man, it's just done so. You can risk it for the biscuit.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because pound yen is not giving me that opportunity for sells. Will gold give me that opportunity?
I probably add another position on gold once you start breaking 1803.
1803. All right, Kervin.
What's the next target after 1803?
So you're thinking about 1803, but look at those wicks to the left of it, like.
Yeah,
The
4 hours also flipping bearish.
That's your daily opening. That's your daily support. So once you start getting there, it's probably gonna break that area.
Yeah.
You only have two options, right? Rejection or break it. If you break it, then you had a better position than taking it below that area. Like for example, I had a position at 1806 because I saw the previous range on the 5 minute, and the 5 minute candle closed below the bullish 5 minute candle. I'm already 20 pips in profit. So at this point, if we start breaking 1803, I'm gonna start adding another position based with lower risk, obviously, lower lot size. But at this point, I think GJ is giving better signals for the sells at this point. When we start breaking that previous 15-minute candle bullish, it's gonna do a nice drop.
Remember, on gold as well, Kerwin, you've got the 4 hour coming to a close, which should flip bearish.
Yeah. Okay.
And
there we go.
Previous lows.
See it right there. Yeah. Perfect.
Perfect.
Just gotta stay under 1802.
Okay.
Yeah, I got in on this as well. Okay. Got in around 1803.60. 1803.60. Someone is saying any sells or buys right now. Man, we were. Oh, nice. It's coming down at this point.
Okay. Here is where you have to pay attention. What's going to happen at 1800s?
1801 coming in over here.
Yes.
GJ also broke down at this point.
Belts on GJ.
Yes. For the people who are not good enough on gold, go for GJ instead of gold.
Nice. This is sick. This is sick on gold. I think it's going to get sick on GJ here as well.
Yes.
We got about 10 minutes left to close.
Yeah, gold's going to run like a train.
Yep.
I sold GJ.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Yes.
1795 gold. Come on.
I just closed gold over here.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna. I wish you can hold longer those trades, man. You'd be a fucking millionaire by now.
Yeah. Man, this is pretty good here.
Have confidence, brother.
1800 tapped. Beautiful.
BJ is breaking down also.
Yeah.
Wow, it's a 33 pip move over here.
There's nothing. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, see this 4 hour, we broke the low, and then just as we said, it's going to come down to fill this wick over here, and during this area you can take profit wherever you want, like 10 pips, 15 pips, put stops at break even, let the rest run.
Yeah. Oh, what a mistake. You know that I added a smaller position on the last trade, right?
Yeah.
So I secured the biggest position. Now I'm running the shitty position on this trade. Come on.
I've done that loads of times.
Damn it. Okay.
It's that bad as that to get up. Go on, walk it off, Kerwin.
Oh man.
Yeah, GJ's still over here. GJ's still alive at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, GJ should come.
If we close at 8:30 below this level, like close with a stronger closing, then it's going to go all the way down to 149, 230.
360 right over here.
Point. Yes. Let's go, GJ. Come on. Let's do it for the gram.
Would it be a bad entry to enter gold right now? Right now, it's going to be a really, really bad entry.
Oh my God. Yeah, man. Obviously, man. You're at 1800 basically. So at any given point, 1800 can be, rejected. It's a strong psychological level.
Yep.
What are your targets for gold on the sells?
Well, look at the daily candle to the left, like I said earlier. You see the 1795?
See it, thank you.
Yeah.
Can you explain what was your confirmation for gold? My confirmation for gold was basically simple, right? We were breaking below 1803, and once we broke below 1803, that was the break below on the 4-hour wick. So once we broke below the 4-hour wick, we had to continue bearish, right? So if that's a yes, that's a yes. And then looking on the 5-minute time frame, we broke below 1803, put stops above this candle, 15, 16 pips, and then let it run. Came down towards 1801, 1850, secured positions, and that was about it. So that was an impulse entry.
Zero drawdown, right?
Zero drawdown. Yeah, zero drawdown.
That's what I like.
The only drawdown was the spread, and that's about it.
It's okay. That's okay.
Now we're still waiting for pound yen here to continue down.
Yeah, it will break. The 30-minute candle has potential coming to 149,400.
Yeah.
Did you get in already, Kerwin?
Yeah.
GJ?
Yeah.
I sent 3 messages, 3 different replies. No answers from Raja. Has Raja banned me or something? No, man, because there are a lot of messages coming. The chart is moving. So if it's get ignored, my bad. So send it again. See, you sent the 4th message complaining. So if you sent the 4th...
Whoever's in on gold sales, just remember, if gold goes to 1795 and start breaking that area, you have a long target to use. Basically 1780.85. It's like 100 pip more, but secure the bag always.
Yes, sir. Looks like GG is also coming down.
Because you never know. Gold. That's the only issue with gold. It breaks the structure, but the pullbacks are insane.
Also, there's news occurring, so.
Yeah.
News at 2 o'clock.
Yeah. The news doesn't affect me right now.
Yeah, no, that should give it a push back up to the 1802, 1803, and then back down.
Yeah.
All right. Coming down over here on gold, coming down on GG over here. I secured some positions on GG at this point because got some wins on gold, and I just secured something on GJ here.
Hey Raja bro, can I speak in Urdu?
You have to speak in English, sorry bro.
All right, so, bro. In your risk management class, I have learned that in dynamic risk management, you have to wait for retracement. I was expecting retracement on GJ. So I have taken a 50% risk on GJ retracement and 50% while it has break the previous candle low.
Okay.
On 30-minute time frame.
Yes.
This is what I was saying previously.
Oh, okay. No, yeah, this makes perfect sense then. Yeah, this makes perfect sense. So you took 50% as it was retracing, and then you added the next 50% as it broke the low over here to continue down.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. So now you have a good position running from up over here, and then you have a like a normal one right down over here. So that's pretty good.
Yes, exactly. Total 1 lot size, and yeah, just going great. I'm just paper trading right now, just experimenting your method and hoping for good.
Yeah, no, bro, this is good. This is actually pretty good because if this does come back up, you're still gonna have a better position up over here, which is gonna put you at break even.
Exactly, sir.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Let's look at USD CAD. Ooh, USD CAD is retracing here. All right, so we got 3 minutes left over here for pound yen. New 30-minute candle is going to start, and if it starts, I think there's a very high probability for it to continue moving down towards, I'd say like 149.400. Considering the impulsive nature of gold, would you recommend taking impulse entries rather than waiting for candles to close? See, the thing with gold is you gotta take it how it is. Okay, so we got a lot of guys here unmuted, so I'm gonna mute everyone here. All right. So yeah, so sometimes gold's gonna give you confirmation, sometimes it's not gonna give you confirmation, sometimes it's gonna give you like impulse entry confirmations, right? So that's what you gotta do at that point. So the more you look at one pair, which is like let's say gold, very high volume, the more you're gonna start to understand its nature. You know, so like we've been looking at gold for about what 4 years. Kervin's been talking about gold for about 4 years now as well. You know, so it takes a level of like experience in watching how it moves, because before 1803 we were just ranging. If you guys remember, on the 4-hour time frame, we were just ranging, and we talked about if we break below 1803, there's a high probability it can come down. You know, so that's where it was. So if you were waiting for a candle to close, obviously you missed out on this trade, right? So whenever you miss out on a trade that moved, you have to look back and say that, okay, how you could have given your trade a second chance, or how you could have entered in that trade without the candle, like, closing first. And it looks like I secured positions down over there. It was a very good decision to secure positions, because I don't like retracements.
Yeah, that's the problem with gold.
Oh, nice. Partial secured with 10 pips, 20% running. Nice. Does anyone else get a pip away position advantage? I'm talking +1 on top of spread. Oh, that's interesting. What I do to work with confirmations, I wait for a strong 1-minute close below above a level to confirm a bias, but I've been studying gold for 2 months. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's good. See, these things can work for you, right? Sometimes, guys wait for 5 minutes, some wait for like 1 minute, some wait for 15 minutes. So the more you look at pairs, the more you see how they move and how they act in different sessions, the more you start to like, the more you start to explain to yourself like how you could have entered the trade. So that's actually pretty good. So the more you study, the more you understand how different time frames are going to move. You would sell GJ now? Right now, I wouldn't sell GJ. Right now, I'd be looking to see if I can manage my risk, maybe take some risk off of this trade if you're in a sell over here, or maybe to see like, if you can close some partial positions at this point.
Almost 4,000 viewers on YouTube Live. Can
Nice.
we get 2,000 likes today? At least the 50% of those 4,000, unless these 4,000 people are fake.
2,000 likes? I don't know.
Oh yeah, I think we can do it. We can go there.
Yeah, we can see.
We've been doing an amazing job. I think we we deserve to get 2,000 likes for today. If we don't get there, man, they're gonna start seeing, I'll be less in this streaming because it's not worth it then.
Oh, it's gonna break your heart. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
All right,
No more gold signals.
No more gold signals.
What about that? Yeah. I like it. Okay. 1,500. It's nice. I think we can go to the 2,000. Oh yeah.
Ooh, what's this? I've really started to see that when gold breaks out of a range, it does so fast that it retraces back into the range, same exact move yesterday. Oh, nice. You're starting to understand gold better. Beautiful. Ooh, 1,600.
Let's go. I know you can do it. Let's go, people. Come on, man. 2,000 likes for today? That's nothing.
That's
Come on.
nothing.
That's nothing. nothing, man. The information we give away in these streamings for free, it's insane. It took me a long time to get to the level that I'm right now, and I'm sharing nuggets every day with you guys. Raja as well, you know. Man, 2,000 likes is nothing. I'm not asking for any $200 or $20. I'm just asking for 2,000 likes. And that's
Come
nothing.
on, Brazil. Like on the stream.
Come on,
Vamos,
Brazil.
gente. Vamos.
Ooh,
Familia,
1900.
Latinos. Si no me entienden los latinos, let's go. Vamos, Latino people, 2,000. Let's
1950.
go, man.
1950.
Latino power.
Ándale, ándale.
Gold is also starting to
Carwin's on the roll, man.
come down now.
Carwin's on the roll.
Let's
Oh,
go.
2000.
Yes.
Nice,
Thank
beautiful.
you so much. Happy here for life.
Congrats, Kervin.
All right, man.
Power
Very
of
nice.
Brazil.
Now he's
job.
going to be here for life now. Look what you made him
millón
do.
de gracias. Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias. Thank you so much. Shukriya.
Ooh, wow, look at that. Look at that. The chat is going wild at this point right now.
Beautiful.
Trust.
Trust, brother. It costs nothing to be nice to others, man. Thank you so much, people. Really appreciate it.
Looks like DJ faked out.
Thanks to you, Kervin, for the information you give.
Yeah, thanks to you, man.
It's a pleasure, man. It's a pleasure.
You guys are making it easy peasy for us.
Beautiful. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Such a blessing day today.
Yeah, man.
Oh, who's that? Momo? Momo.
Yeah, it's Momo.
Hey, Momo.
Hey, Momo.
Raja,
What's up, man?
GJ, man, is playing games. It's closing.
Yeah.
It's closing
DJ,
inside that support.
I got out. I got out of it.
Yeah, another fake out.
Yeah, the way this 15-minute candle closed above this minor support, it was just like, I don't know. Don't like it at all.
And there goes gold again.
One more time. This time, let's get to 1797.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Beautiful people.
1799, 1799.40, and then boom, straight down. What is Kervin's Instagram? All right. Let's see if I remember it word to word. Letter to letter. Kervin's Instagram is Kerwin04.
No,
05, 05, 05, 05.
Oh, 05.
05, you were off by one number.
Where did 05 come from?
I was born on November 5th.
Oh, okay.
That's yeah.
Raja, I seem to take only a few trades. Am I too scared? No, it's pretty good. Man, think about the guys who take way too many trades. Are you looking to enter gold again? You know, personally, below 1799.30, I will. This area here. Everything else is just meh. Pound yen didn't really do too much. It showed us some hope coming down, but nope, came right back in.
It's I mean, it's really hard trying to fight a heavy bullish run on the daily. So
yeah,
that's why, man. It can correct that move, but it's gonna take some time. We'll need some sort of fundamentals to correct that move. Other than that, it's gonna start, you know, ranging for the days prior to the next move. I think we have news for a pound tomorrow, if I'm not wrong.
So it would have to be a Brexit news, Kerwin, because at the minute they're lifting restrictions, the vaccine rollout's going good. So, like for UK, like he's actually set a timetable for the restrictions to be lifted every 4 weeks, with no restrictions at all from June the 12th, I think. And then now I think we're on 18 million vaccinated or something. So, and what we've only got 57 in the country.
I don't want to use Google. What's the population on UK on UK?
57 million.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah, but we've vaccinated 18 million, so we've vaccinated nearly a third.
Oh, okay.
And they're not vaccinating kids, so we've most probably vaccinated more or less half.
Oh, wow.
Who are you, Mac? Yo, Mac.
Huh?
How are you today?
I'm doing good. And you?
I'm good, man.
Momo. Momo.
What about you, Kevin? All good?
So good, man. So far,
All
so good.
man. Yeah, so far so good for me as well.
That's awesome, Momo.
Well, what happened? He said, "I."
No, GG, man.
Yeah, just playing games. I took a loss. Oh well.
Yeah, I don't think there's no point trying to call a top on GJ or on any.
But if you look at H1 though, if you look at H1, oh, you're looking at H1 right now. Actually makes sense. If this candle closed like this in like 20-ish minutes, I think that's a pretty nice support to go retest that high, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, totally.
Agreed.
And golf in the previous one.
Yep.
Looks amazing.
Rejecting that 500 level also.
Exactly. That's the first confirmation, you know. The first confirmation that you have is that you have a heavy bullish run on the daily candle. So at any given time, you can get these pullbacks to, you know, certain levels, like round numbers or half points. And if you start respecting those half points, then they start acting as support or resistance. So at this point, the 149.500 is acting as a strong support. That's your second. The confluence that you need is the half point or a round number.
Yeah, definitely. And you can see
Wait, you what?
G8. Someone is unmuted.
What store? Mama store?
Hey,
Mama store.
Guys,
mute yourself.
Oh, you're talking about the grocery store. Yeah, I'm not going there right now. We're going to Starbucks because everyone wants coffee and food.
Joshua.
Mute yourself. Thank you.
No.
All right. So GA is look like it's going to do the same thing also.
And the 4 hour on GG looks like it's just rejecting the support on the previous 4 hour. So that's scary because you may have created a range right now from that area from 149 900 to 149 500. It can be deadly start trading in this range because you don't know if you're gonna have enough volume to break those highs or the lows.
Much safer buys are going to be above 149.800.
Yes.
That's where I'd want to take buys.
Yes.
Above this area.
Yeah, inside this range on the 30-minute looks awful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, 30 minutes doesn't look at all.
Yeah, it looks.
Do you have any idea about GBP USD? Oh, let's take a look here. GBP USD, looking on the daily time frame, we're rejecting. 4-hour time frame, we're coming down to the support 14900. Looking at the 1 hour, we're coming down, but at the same time, we're also tapping into a support which was formed yesterday in the Asian session. Looking at the 30-minute time frame, let's take a look over here. Yeah, we're creating the support on the 30-minute time frame. So I think pound pairs are all in the same structure here, because we're making a support here above 149,560 for price to move up, obviously in this range over here. Looking at pound USD, we're also creating sort of like a support on the 30-minute time frame to potentially go up. But I guess with this come up, the only problem is that there's this minor rejection right over here as price comes up. So if you measure this range, this has become a 15 pip range, still a pretty good range. So we'll see how this closes. Ideally, I would want to see, I mean, if we break the lows over here, ideally I would like sells for price to continue down. Because buys are going to get kind of like iffy because you got this rejection here and we don't know whether price is going to reject this area or not. If we didn't have this rejection, it would have been a pretty good idea for price to continue all the way up towards 1.41500. No trades for Raja today yet. No, I have 3 trades under my belt today. Gold sells, first pound yen sells. This was before the stream started, and then gold sells when we talked about break below 1803. And then there were another pound yen sells which I closed early before the retracement. And if someone says, "Oh, that never happened," we basically called it. So you can go back and watch the stream. Maybe we are losing because we are trading against the trend. No, there's no we. There's you and Kervin and Sacha, Mac, me, and Caesar, and so it's only you.
The gang.
All right, gold is coming back down now. Below 1799, we are off to the races.
1803 is acting as a small resistance right now on the lower time frames. So it will break.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
It will break, yes.
With this break, there's going to be more rewards coming now. Oh, wow, look at that.
Because this good news is coming.
Yeah.
FTA is approved the JJ Johnson & Johnson.
JJ. Momo, the way you said it.
So good.
All right, there we go. 15, 16 pips here.
Oh, man.
It should continue down over here.
Come on, gold. Come on.
1797.
I'm loving it.
Oh, it's coming in. It's coming in.
Get ready. Get ready.
Wow, today has been a blessed day here with gold.
Amen. Yes, sir. Amazing day. Just another day in paradise.
Just secured positions on gold over here.
Thank you. 30 pips, thank you.
Oh, beautiful.
Watch for the reaction around 95.
You don't want to hold it to 1795. Come on, hold it.
I'm holding one position. I'm holding.
Ooh, 1797 tapped.
Oh,
1797 tapped.
Good job, Kevin.
You're very welcome, my friend. I knew it. That's the thing, man. When gold start breaking, man, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Daily wick fill to the left. Beautiful. Nicely done, gold.
The thing with gold is you got to be on the ball. You can't wait around. You can't. Oh, I'm gonna wait. This once it goes, it goes.
Exactly.
Yep.
Jesus.
Well, it's been a pretty good 2 days so far for the week.
I'm really sorry if you guys didn't have any moves yesterday.
That's okay.
I passed out yesterday.
Look at this. Can you see this? 20. Oh, I can't see it. 2300.
But I see the blues.
Yeah, I see the blues.
Oh, it's showing blues. Okay.
Yes.
Oh wow, we're about to break this low and continue down, Kervin.
Yeah, man.
The
wish
blues from
1795 coming.
blues.
Did we fill the 4-hour wick? Oh, almost.
Oh, yeah,
Almost.
Right, there we go.
I closed at 1797.
That's good. Very nice. Very nice.
Great stream today. Enjoy when all these experienced traders give their opinion even if they don't agree with each other. GG. Oh yeah, man. That's
We
all
don't
the
agree
trading
with
is.
each other.
Ooh. Breaking the lows and going.
95.
Oh wow, look at that.
Oh, Curry's getting some tomahawk tonight.
Holy 1795. Gone. Can we get 1795? And it happened.
I knew it, man.
Crazy.
There you go.
Oh wow, look at that. Crazy. Oh my god.
There's no room.
Here's another one.
Thank you so much, man. This is amazing.
1793, 37.
Oh shit, 1793, 37.
This is amazing
More
work.
room in the tank.
Alright, hold your runners.
More.
Hold your runners.
Come on.
79, 89, 89, 89, 93. Can we get 93?
30,
went full margin on that one.
1793, 90, 37.
Oh,
Come on,
this is-
half it. Come on. Ah.
Oh,
man.
Kervin, you have a bottle of wine in your hand or what?
Yes, sir. It's right here, man.
Tell them, Kerwin, you want another 2,000 likes on the stream now.
Oh man, it's a blessed day.
Yeah.
I
Alright,
really
here it is.
oh.
There it is. There it is. There it is.
73,
Right
93,
there. Called it.
93.
Oh.
793, 29, 29. We still call it a win.
There you go.
Oh wow.
No, oh my wine.
Wow.
Oh my wine.
I think.
Holy, this is
Chug
crazy.
that bottle now.
Oh,
This is done.
Holy.
Cheers.
Gold has died right now.
Yo.
Wow.
Let's,
I knew it
Kyle
will
is,
happen, man.
Kyle is testifying, so the same thing happened yesterday, happened today again.
Close everything.
oh wow, man, this is crazy.
Curious process, man.
I didn't think I'm gonna make this much today, but gold, momentum, curving, man, insane.
Yes.
We beat the banks. We beat the banks.
We beat the banks today.
Raja, we would love to see this highlight. We would love to see this highlight.
Yeah, it's
We are
gonna
on
be.
top of the 1%.
Erwin posted a
Shout
highlight
out to
with
Karen. Shout out to
Kerwin drinking the bottle.
Karen, shout him out, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out to Kervin. Kervin helped us all
Very
make money
nice.
today.
Very nice.
Yeah, it out.
It's a good work.
Thank
It's
you, Kervin, bro.
teamwork. No, it's teamwork.
You're gonna have a lot
You
of
guys
fun
are
to
doing
play.
an amazing job.
Wow. And look at this 4-hour here once more. We broke the low, came straight down to fill this wick, and then continued moving down.
Yeah. Look at the daily, man. The daily was, I knew it when the time gold start breaking 1803, 1802. Man, it's done so.
That's the way
Man.
when Karen opens the bottle.
And there's more room in the tank for
Oh, 1790?
1790, 16 area. Yeah.
Wow. See, guys, you guys gave us 2,000 likes, and look what we gave you.
Exactly. See? That's a blessing.
We gave you blessings.
Full margin, full margin.
Wow, this is crazy.
My goodness.
Raja bro, check GJ if we can give it a second chance of
GJ.
What you need to look at now is the weekly is flipping bearish on gold as well.
The thing is with GJ, you need this candle to close bearish now. You got 10 minutes left, so it's better to wait for it to close.
Alrighty then.
Ooh, 790 is coming in.
Yeah, GA is much better now.
790 is coming in with thunderclaps. 719, 719, 19. Oh, 19, 20, 719.
There you go. Whoa, man.
Oh, wow. Crazy.
Holy shit.
What a day today, man.
1786. It's going to keep going.
Oh, I don't know. I'll just, man, gold is just nuts today. I mean, every price we call is like, boom, tap it, clap it.
If anybody find a better streaming than this, then I will pay you. But this is fire, man. Jesus Christ.
Oh, my first day on gold trade with you guys and made $100.
Beautiful.
Nice. Congrats.
Congratulations, man.
Now the thing is, don't trade and lose that $100 today.
Yes.
Please.
I know it's gonna happen, man. People will lose money now.
So for the person I was talking about, GJ, you need a candle
Yeah.
at this point to close below 149, 500. I wouldn't even do an impulse entry.
Do you think gold is a buy now? Look at my face right now. Do you think gold is a buy?
Good luck.
Gold. I mean, you gotta follow the trend, man. There's no confirmation for buys.
Fuck, man.
Yeah.
Whoa.
What a
Whoever went
day.
against the stream, man. Whoever went against the stream must be upset.
I'm so done for the day, Raja.
Yeah, I'm done for the day too.
I can't go back to sleep for the rest of the week.
Guys, thank you guys. I'm off today. Got my first presentation in another country, so wish me luck. And you guys are the best.
Good luck.
Catch
Good
you guys
luck, man.
tomorrow.
All right, man. Good luck.
All right, man. Good luck.
Good luck, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna head off too. I gotta go buy a new car now. So
Oh, man.
take care, everybody.
With the golf profits.
Alright.
Whoa, whoa.
What we buying? What we buying?
Is your license plate gonna say Kerwin?
Yeah, Kerwin. They'll say
Thanks for
Kerwin.
caring.
Oh man.
That was great. Brazil.
Brazil won
At
today.
least you have the
GJ.
down payment right now. Yeah.
Yeah, GJ should continue to 149.350. But at this point, I'll let GJ do whatever it wants to do.
I was about to say that at this point, GJ can go to 200 pips from the prices right now. I don't care. I'm, gold
done.
gave me what I wanted, and that's it, man.
Have you forgot about the position that you closed the wrong one already, Kerwin?
No, I'm trying not to think about it because that was my best position.
I know. Do you know what? So I had an entry at the previous 4 hour open at 1809, and then I didn't like it. I closed it.
Oh.
Dun, 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 dun.
Now, there's a funny fact on gold. The way the 4 hours gonna close in 7 minutes, you may have a small range, a little bit of range before continuing down, or at least the wick fill on the 4 hour. If we left any on the 4 hour.
I thought with gold the 4 hour closed an hour later.
No, 2 o'clock.
Depends on what
Thank you.
broker you're with. The liquidity provider.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is gold. 30-minute chart, took an entry here. Oh, wow, what the hell? Based on bullish candle spike up, took an entry, stop loss to break even, secured positions at 1800 psychological level. Timing correct. The volume will come. Nice. Very nice. You held it all the way from 1810. That's wonderful. Let's take a look at this chart over here. Weekly candle coming bearish. Oh, wow. Kind of clean mirror. Yeah, that's nice. Let's take a look on the weekly over here. Whoa, this thing is still moving. Damn.
Damn, Daniel.
Can this... So here's the thing, right? Can this weekly candle finish like this one and the next one drives down like the previous week? I think that's going to be sick.
Well, yeah. Well, this is scary to think about it, but this wick to the upside on the previous weekly candle looks like in the lower time frames looks like a retest to previous weekly candle. So
Yes.
once this weekly start turning bearish, man, it's done. So
it's gone.
We can easily visit 1750, 1760 on gold.
Once you click at a close below 1760 as well, Kerwin, on the weekly or daily, it's gone. Gone back to middle 15s. It's just space.
I'm waiting for GJ to close below 500 and take the sells. After 30 minutes.
Stop over trading, man. Come on,
you're
man.
looking for 10 pips on GJ when you got like potential 150 on gold, 150 pips.
Yeah, I haven't been trading in a while,
GJ.
man. I'm trying to get back in the swing of things.
Oh,
Oh, okay,
Oh.
okay, gotcha.
On GJ, I think it would be best if we go below the wick here.
Or
30-minute wick.
Or come behind GJ and scare it, so that it comes down.
Ooh. Ooh.
Walking from behind GJ and be like, hey,
Yeah.
and then
I'm gonna,
falls
give
down.
it I'm gonna give it a second try. I know you're gonna close soon, but hopefully, you know, we can continue
UJ's
down.
moving like UJ at the minute.
Oh, and UJ, look at the chart that I had the other day that I closed early. Look at this, how it played out. I'm gonna send it to you now.
This looks nice. Either this candle moving down or the next one. But GJ was way more trickier than gold.
Go buy your car, man. Come on, man.
All right, I'm gonna head off over here. Take care, everyone.
Look, open up the chart.
Great day,
Look at
great
that.
day.
Oh,
Great
nice.
Right to the T, man.
Nice.
Wow.
Beautiful, right?
Yeah, how many pips are there? 100?
Nah, bro, it's UJ, so like 50.
Oh. Oh, wow.
All right, guys.
All right, so
bye.
that's confirmation to stay in GJ sales, guys.
I'm a believer.
All right.
All right.
Oh, yes.
I believe you, Mac.
Right there.
After watching this stream today, I think everyone is a believer.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Anyways, thank you so much. You know,
you.
YouTube
Yes,
people,
sir.
man. Thank you so much. It was a nice, you know, wow, 2,400 likes. Jesus,
Crazy.
Go
Beautiful.
ahead and like the stream and like my stream as well if you have a chance.
Chat is wild.
Like
And
Mac
like
Attack.
my stream as
Follow
well.
my IG.
Come
All
on.
right. Take care.
Take care.
Take care,
Take
buddy.
care.
Be safe.
Blessings to
See you
everybody.
tomorrow.